They're pessimistic, let's be realistic. When Queso's spitting, man, he always hitting. I'm Scottie Pippen against the Pistons. Too proficient, they flopping, flipping, Larissa Pippen. Hometown stories, Harry Mack, man of the people, not above but equal. And we got new audio. Can we get just a thumbs up because you can't, no speaker no more? Come on, guys. You predict that. Let's go. Turn it down on this.
So I think we should enter through this corner where I used to enter. Matter of fact, let's cross the street to the crib side. I'll explain where we're at and where we're going as we cross the street.
So for years I've been saying I should take Harry Mack to the hood, and crazy enough, Harry Mack took us to his hood. Let's throw these shades off and we on some cool shit. Man, let's talk about it. We in Harry Mack's hood.
Sure how I would have done it back in the past. That's the house I grew up in. Damn, it looks nice. They painted that shit up. All right, well, it's a typical gray day in Portland, Oregon.
Portland, okay, so it's Portland.
We're very used to this, but it's not raining, so, you know, really can't complain.
Gotta confirm it.
And we're in the old neighborhood where I grew up. About to jog over to Laurelhurst Park over here. A really significant place from my past. I used to go on walks in here almost every day. By the time middle school, high school rolled around, me and the homies would go over here and cypher, freestyle,
smoke weed,
sneak our little joints over there.
I knew it. Hey, bro, anybody who grew up in Portland, I guess Portland's the West Coast, but this shit looks like the Midwest. Everybody who grew up like rural, I would at least say, even though that's not, but nigga, you know, with like forests and all that kind of shit. You've been high as hell and drunk in a forest, on a creek, and by a pond, and at a bonfire. We've all done it. Shout out to us.
And have a good time. So we're gonna check it out, man, catch some vibes. This park was designed by the same dude who designed Central Park in New York.
Damn.
I can't think of his name.
I think his name is Central.
You a real Portland ass nigga.
Yeah. Hey, yo, we ready to spark from the heart, throwing darts. I'm displaying my art. I take you back to the roots. We at Laurelhurst Park. Come one, come all. I get down with y'all. Yeah, this is where it started. Had to let it evolve. I'ma take you back to the old stomping grounds before fans around the world wanted the sound. Yeah, me and the homies, we was here getting hyper. Late at night in Laurelhurst Park with the cypher. Trying to develop skills that were more on point. We was out here with lighters, striking them joints.
And so I did a poll, right? And I was like, which one do you guys want to see? Harry Mack raps for Tom Brady or Harry Mack's Hometown Stories freestyle? And this video didn't perform super well on his channel, and it's not in Omegle bars, and sometimes I don't do non-Omegle bars shit. But I said, fuck it, let's do this for y'all. I've had y'all waiting. And now I think about it, and I feel like I would have been an idiot not to do it because there's so many questions, there's so much mythos, and this almost like, I recorded the Tom Brady one before this too because I thought it was going to win. Totally was shocked when it didn't. Think about it, Queso. The mythos of Harry Mack is going to be so much in this. Immediately, you already have learned so much about him. You've got a sort of a vibe. I've already like, oh, damn, we were doing similar shit. You've already got that. And while this isn't necessarily like we're looking at this to perform crazy, although you should hit that thumbs up button to help that, you know what I'm saying? I was going somewhere with that. But it's important for like the story of the guy. Like at this point, nigga, like I sort of want to see what you up through and all them, like, you know what I'm saying? What made you you?
To develop skills that were more on point. We was out here with lighters, striking them joints, getting lifted. I told y'all my freestyle skills are gifted. All through the obstacles, you know that we persisted. I be out here on the word spree, surely, lyrically growing tall as the fir trees. Growing something like a beanstalk. Back in the day, was out here on mad walks all the time, without even flexing live. I would walk through the park just to get the exercise.
And it's like, you know, I always tell stories about me going to jail and all those kind of things that like I've experienced and shit, but there's nothing that I relate to more than like the journey and experience of an artist, right? Because it's like I've learned as I've just watched other people who make art, I'd be like, wow, this is eerily similar. The way you like, no matter what's going on, somehow you find yourself in a rapping ass situation, just no matter what in life, in school, at work, and it just always ends up on some rap shit. It's just like the fine tuning of the craft, ooh, I know these freestyles and these ciphers and these bars I'm writing right at this moment might not be the best ever or the best version of me, but one day I'm gonna write some shit that gets me a goddamn Grammy. I can hear it as a nigga. It's weird how much like that's such a journey that anyone who wants to like create or be great or any of those things can relate to. Not saying like only artists are the niggas who walk through parks, because every pothead has walked through a park before.
Without even flexing live, I would walk through the park just to get the exercise. Rolling like the grass when I'm on the roll. Whipping up these lyrics fast, I be in control. Spit it from the soul, lyrics from the spirit. Crank up the decibels and let them all hear it. I'm magic with the tactics, turn the mic into the wand. Right now I'm reminiscing, I'm reflecting on this poem. Yeah, and every time I spit this.
Right now, I'm reminiscing. I'm reflecting. Right now, I'm reminiscing. What does water do? Right now, I'm reminiscing, looking on the past. What does water do? Reflecting on the... Gave me the award for the double entendre on the pond, nigga. Come on. Come on. We getting used to the headphones, ain't it?
And every time I spit this like I'm throwing a pebble, I cause the ripple and it won't ever settle. They all wishing they could ride the wave. Yeah, hey yo, the price, what they might just pay. If they step in and correcting me, you know these rappers stuck with these quotes that's dope. I float something like a duck. Then again, to call me a duck would be wrong. Yeah. Thought I was an ugly duckling, I was just a swan. Standing out from the pack, it's the hairiest of Max. Y'all know when I'm rhyming, we gon' let this straight smack. And I never spit slow like a ballad. Word to xylophones, I strike like a mallet. H-Mack, man, I break it down non-stop. Jump into the pond of rhythm. When I'm on them, listen.
When he said he feels like an ugly duckling, like I'm sure in California it's all artsy and shit makes a lot more sense. And I can feel you, Harry Mack. Queso makes a lot more sense in Texas than it does in Nebraska. It just, some reason, I don't know why. It's just, I was raised, I thought, you know, I thought I was like everybody, but for some reason it was a real ugly duckling syndrome. You go to them, don't dress like me. I mean, there's my sections of groups of people like, yeah, oh, real ugly ducklings in Nebraska. I'll tell you what, dog. But imagine Harry Mack growing up in Portland, like, you know what I'm saying? Chasing the dreams and like, saying I want to be a rapper wasn't that crazy in Nebraska. You know, we had Screwface and shit like that that made it sound believable. That being my brother makes it very believable. But imagine being like, I want to be a rapper in Portland, Oregon. Look at the house he grew up in. His parents probably like, nigga, why don't you go to school? Why don't you? They didn't get it. Like, this is just what I am.
H-Mack with the stronger vision. Y'all know my heart's bleeding. We steady succeeding through the park. You can hear me breezing. Sorry for disturbing the people that are reading. Once again, we continue. Anywhere I'm at, I turn it to my venue.
Hey, why that nigga get mad? He was like, I swear to God, I did. He looked like he just told somebody, like, if someone raps to me about this book, I'm whooping their ass.
Y'all back in time to where I was as a little kid before we started touring and doing it big. H-Mack really came through. I'm never stuck. Rolling through with my crew, something like a pack of ducks. But real low with the volume, how we better keep it. Cause I think these ducks right here are napping. They sleeping. I'm creeping. 'Tis the season. I'm cold freezing. I got the type of rhymes in
you
which
see that flow switch of napping. I can't think they sleeping. The napping. I'm cold eating. Just give you a love.
Keep it moving. We improving every time we stepping up. When it comes to lyricism, ain't nobody wrecking us. I'ma make it known. These other rappers bore me. I take you back in time just to tell a couple stories. Y'all know when I spit, the flavor's big. Here's a story about this one random neighbor kid. True facts, it really happened. He was on his bike. Yeah, I wish I could say it's a lie, psych, but it's true. He went on his bike down this hill and couldn't brake in time. He lacked that skill. He was like 6 years old. He crashed into the pond. Yeah, at that moment, everything went wrong. He swam his way back, but his bike was still there. These are real Laurelhurst Park stories that are rare. His helmet was...
So we had a nigga flowing that motherfucker by the Amigos to her. That is Zach Stiver. See, Harry Mack got a little more class than me. I tell that nigga whole name on that bitch. It was Zach Stiver. Shout out to my nigga Iron Man. That nigga was going like that nigga had to be going 120 on a bike on the Mongoose on Dead Homies. You know, at 7 years or like 9 years old on the Mongoose, nigga, you could get lit. That bitch was just like a Ferrari. I never see kids moving on the bikes the way we used to move back in my day. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to have that bitch where you would drop it to the left, when you pedal left, you pop to the right, we drop it. So you and that bitch damn near throwing the bike. You know what I'm saying? And you getting little. Boy, that nigga showed it going to so, bro, Portland has to be the Midwest.
back, but his bike was still there. These are real Laurelhurst Park stories that are rare. His helmet was floating, so another neighbor came through saying, my dog, I can save you. This is unbelievable, but trust me, you can quote. The other neighbor really had a remote control boat. He put it out there and tried to catch the helmet. Yeah, this act here was not selfish. He brought the remote control boat to the center. It's a true story that I actually remember. He finally
this was a 6-year-old? Nigga, on everything I love. I remember when we first started getting money over in my section, you know, we was doing what we was doing, but we had first started getting a little bit of chicken. You know what I'm saying? We bought these, I had watched Drink Champs, and DMX said he bought a bunch of planes, and I'm a student of hip hop. If I hear some shit like that, I'm gonna try it. I go buy these planes. Bro, nigga, we are 20 years old. My name Shaba was going to school to become a doctor. We could not fly these little planes for shit at 20 years old, 19 or whatever, what it is, 17 years old. Probably like closer to 17, 19-ish, that ballpark. So for a little kid to be able to use a boat to maneuver to get a helmet, let's not take away from the storytelling of Harry Mack right now. It's amazing, but I'm really into the story right now. To get the helmet with the boat, that let nigga the truth.
He caught the helmet, then he slowly returned. Just to reminisce, yo, my heart yearns. The helmet was recovered, it was covered in moss. I think he caught the new helmet. Fuck it, yo, it's a loss. Let's proceed. I got the lyrics everyone needs. We was chilling in these benches here, smoking the weed. Yeah, sorry, we did wrong, right next to the pond. I'm sorry, mom, we was saying it's a walk, it's a bong. Yeah, we had it out and we was puffing the bowl. That's the type of shit that elevated our souls. Yeah, one night, though, we lost control. Across the pond, we saw the lights from Park Patrol. We're like, oh shit, me and the homie Brett scramble. At that moment, the bong was heavy as an anvil. Oh shit, they coming, we about to get slaughtered. Hey yo, Brett, empty out the bong, get rid of the water. Splash, yo, he dumps it. I throw it in the backpack with the Scooby snacks flying everywhere with that crap. Damn, the backpack is gonna smell forever, but we gotta get away from Park Patrol, whatever's clever. The truck starts speeding around with mad.
This nigga Harry Mack was young and thugging. Milk! That's a new box on the France. This nigga Harry Mack was young and thugging. This nigga was smoking weed at the park with his nigga boy. Then they had to pour out the bong water because the police had came. And they threw it in the backpack, which is a very rookie mistake. Nigga, we're by a body of water. Fuck this bong. It's going in the water. Everything. You're going to have to claim. You're going to have to prove that that's my backpack in that water floating right now. But this nigga Harry Mack was young and thugging.
But we gotta get away from Park Patrol, whatever's clever. The truck starts speeding around with mad speed. I still got baggies of weed, this the last thing we need. Oh, no. We're terrified, so we start power walking like this. Oh my God, I hope they drive by and straight miss. But on this moment, I have to promise, G, I learned the full power of honesty. See, Brett, he had a big jug. It wasn't full of alcohol, that is something we loved, but in this case, it was full of water for the bong. They thought that it was liquor, but the Park Patrol was wrong. They looked at my man Brett, they said, what are you doing? Now we thought our whole vibe they would ruin. We said, nothing much, we're just on a walk. The officer looked at Brett and he said, stop, what's in the jug? And he thought that he had caught bruh, till Brett looked in his eye and said, water. It was the truth and the Park Patrol. And he thought that he had caught bruh, till Brett looked in his eye and said, water. It was the truth and the Park Patrol accepted it. If it had been a lie,
Agua would have worked too.
We would have rejected it. The power of honesty, y'all, it's like that. That's why I keep it honest in my freestyle rap.
What a manipulation of history. That's how you did it. I like Harry Mack, but I'm always on his ass. You were being honest in that situation. Why you ain't tell that nigga you had that bong in your backpack there? Talking about the power of honesty. Nigga, you better lie. Fuck is you talking about? And I ain't going out like Boosie. But I'm just saying, if the police come and you got a little ganja, now, yeah, you're good. But like anybody, nigga, I'm 25. I just in the last 2-3 years, when I get pulled over, I got a little weed, officer. Only since I've been on probation. Nigga, what? Boy, they finna nightclub you over the head. You nigga, what this got to do with weed? This nigga start beating your ass, piss on you, take your wallet, tell you resisted arrest. They do that.
Well, we got that for the archives at least.
Yeah. Is this where you go and get your munchies after? Where was you get Canada? Where was Harry Mack going to get on the hoes? You think Harry Mack was buying weed from the niggas, or was he buying it from the essays? The white boys wouldn't have had the quality that he needed. Well, they would have.
Yeah, before I rap to get low, I was out here doing it big, though. Representing with a sick crew. This is the Freestyle Music Millennium Tribute. I'm about to put it down, the #1 performer. Follow me while we make our way around the corner. Yeah, hey yo, we got the beat.
Storytelling in this is amazing, and it's such good storytelling. It's hard not to exist in the story that he is telling. But on a like writing or like just composition of music level, what Harry Mack is doing is insane with the storytelling, with the like, you don't know these places, but by the time these verses are over, you almost like, damn, I sort of want to go there. I want to visit this park. It becomes like legendary. And that's what hip hop is. You know, so many people talk about like, it's not about how you dress and it's not about how you, but what if you and your homies dress to a sort of uniform? Like, me and my homies wear a lot of white tees, a lot of black tees, put shades on, that type of shit we do. So it's just sort of what we do. It's not to flex on you, but in the music, I then talk about it because I want to make you hip to my hop. That's what the culture is, right? I want these maybe with no explanation, insignificant things and moments seem as legendary and as like the mythos around it to be as grand as they are to me, to you, within just a verse. And Mack is doing this perfectly. This is a seminar for how to, you know, make a nigga hip to your hop, which is the point of rapping.
Follow me while we make our way around the corner. Yeah, hey yo, we got the beats bouncing. Whenever I be rhyming, I leave the people astounded. Yeah, and y'all know that this work for me. Vocational, B1, the most sensational selections that y'all have ever seen. Mack, I be living out my clever dreams. I give you more hard to the core, never leave them bored. And when I open up my mind, I start to explore. I swing the Excalibur, I'm sharp with the darts, do it easily. My life is a movie printed to DVD, old school. Hey yo, we brought the moving pictures. When it comes to rhymes, I'll be shining like a fixture. The illest they consider, these other rappers bitter. I knock it out the park, I'm the #1 hitter. Hey yo, I'm about to tell y'all a story that's rare. When me and the homie Brady walked up these stairs, this was years ago, probably 2003. We walked up these stairs with our demo CD. So young and innocent, we were on the shit. We knocked on the door and said, can we get a sponsorship? The dude smiled big, thought that it was funny. He said, we can't sponsor artists, we ain't got that money, but he did respect our passion. And yo, we loved it, especially because we done typed up a budget, $500 for multi-track recorder, so we can make more CDs for our supporters. Couple $100.
This nigga is a fucking rap god, bro. Like, bro, come on, man. That young hustle, he's just like trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Just trying to figure it out, but he's gonna do this. He is a rap legend. I was watching that live stream I did with the Rich House, the Harry Mack hater. I don't know why randomly my algorithm always shows me that stream, and it's so long, but I watch it all the time. And it's just like, I said, there's only 3 white rappers that I don't consider white rappers, and that's not an insult to be a white rapper, but you're just so good. There's no asterisks. There's no difference. Although yes, you are sort of a minority group in this culture. There's no need to even say that, dog. You are just, it is Eminem, Mac Miller, and Harry Mack. Now, if you want to say they're white rappers, they are, but they show you that, like, you don't have to grow up in such harsh environments. You don't have to grow up in a place where, like people are telling you, and this isn't based off of your race at all, but this is just like economical standing in America. But you don't have to grow up in these super harsh environments to embody everything that this culture is supposed to be. I don't think that there's anybody on the wall would meet Harry Mack, living or past, and I can't speak for the dead, but living, would say that this guy doesn't embody what this shit is supposed to be, bro. Like, I be like, I don't know, you get emotional when you watch a shit, not like I'm about to cry or nothing, but it's just like you're genuinely actually proud of something. I don't know.
dollars to cop CDRs. We had the vision, had the dream of being stars. Okay, we got denied, but they taught an important lesson. You gotta try more than once to start manifesting. Yeah, one failure, but we learned from it. And yo, it made the passion burn deeper in our stomachs. Shouts out to the man who smiled and said no, cause he could have been rude about it. Did he do that? No. He respected the flow, he respected the grind, he respected the passion and knew in time we would shine. He respected the moves we was making. I'm pretty sure he respected the energies that we were creating. Shouts to Brady B, he lived a few blocks that way. We would walk through the neighborhood, let up
fucking nigga Brady B.
Raps lay, even past late hours when the neighbors would complain, we was still spitting flavors off the brain. Real stories from my past, I'ma stay sending them. Copped a lot of classics here at Music Millennium. Yeah, and y'all know to us, Gift the Gab was an amazing pharaoh. This is where our first cop blazing arrow. Shouts out to Chief Excel, R.I.P. to Gift the Gab. Hey yo, we used to listen to that with pen and pad in hand and try to comprehend them lyrics. Yeah, that record there, it was lifting our spirits.
And I'm sorry, like, there is a modern rap is created very digestibly, right? And like a person like Harry Mack, while it is complex, it's still digestible. It is. That's the evolution of hip hop. It's why hip hop can sell the way it does now. Even though it used to sell very well before too, but it's the way hip hop can be sold, not the albums, but hip hop itself, if everyone can understand it. Because you go back to those classic rap albums, you go back to Illmatic, and it is, you go back to man, I'm just Enter the Wu-Tang, you go back to these albums, you cannot interpret it from a first listen. It is physically impossible. There's too many doubles and things that might be referenced later in the album that you'll then go back and go, oh, this was a continual, there's no way off of first. So you'd have to sit there with pen and pad and digest those lyrics. And that's where I'm from. Like, that's that era of, well, I wouldn't write it down. I just would listen to it 400 times to like get what he meant. The appreciation, and like, that's why a nigga like Harry Mack, the appreciation for that is so different. Like, sometimes we should look at music less surface level and try to start catching all the double entendre. And I guess that's the point of niggas like me and reaction channels in general, because like, God, I sort of miss that era of rap where me and you could listen to an album and it could mean two completely different things. While you still could now, not a lot of albums are giving you that, you know?
Our spirits, y'all know I come through with all the truest raps. They ain't new to that. This is where I first ever heard of Super Nat. Hip hop section, top 5 picks from the week. It was all up at the top and it wasn't cheap. $12 at the time, wow. 2 weeks of allowance. But I knew I had to cop it, so I would allow it. Brought that disc home.
And it's once like, again, bro, you hear, like, there's this rapper, sorry, and we're taking, this is like an old school queso video. I got a little drink in me. I'm just really here having fun, enjoying my job. But you see rappers like Lil Mabu and like all these niggas who are like pretending to be gangsters and shit. And it's like, why wouldn't you tell us what life is like with, I never got an allowance in life, right? But I've watched in every form of content, like whether it be television, movies, I've seen niggas get allowance. I've seen how to, why won't you give me that actual, I'm actually intrigued how that's like. What is that like? What does that feel like? Is it annoying? Do you feel like you're getting chunked? Do you feel like those niggas are short? Just tell me what your experience of life is. Make me hip to your hop and we go back. That's why this nigga's GOAT tier.
Once again, I find an artist that is new to me that blew my mind. Word to Supernatural. Hey, yo, the freestyle father, the one who taught the setup.
Hey, hit that super chat button, boy, and hit that thumbs up. I'm talking about some super chat. Hit that so I feel like we was live. I ain't gonna lie.
We started. Now we trying to carry on that baton. I was playing classic CDs. I would rap along. Beyond Black Delicious, we was copping the Roots and Jurassic 5 with flavors that we couldn't compute. Aesop Rock, LP, can't forget Mr. Lip, whole definitive jug. Yo, we had to get with this. Every other week, $10 in my pocket, maybe 15. I would spend the whole profit on a CD because I knew I had to cop it. Doing research for the future, had to spend it. It's just logic. What?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Yo, this is a good video, bro. I'm not
Check it out. Come on. Off the top of the dome, I'ma drop this heater. When it come to rhyming, I'm the #1 feature. The frequency tweaker, gon' rattle your speakers. I'm taking y'all back to the Hawthorne Theater. Established in 2005. Even back then, my rhymes were live.
What's that?
But I'ma throw something new in the mix. See, this story takes place in 2006. Roundabout, I don't know the exact year. I reflect back like a mirror. Me and the homies were still in high school, coming up with lyrics that we consider fly full. I do it with rappers every time that I'm on the mic. Taking y'all back in time, something that I like. Kicking them creative rhymes with Brady, jacking along and state of mind. Now listen
to this nigga Brady, Harry Mack. I hope y'all still fuck with Brady, cause he sound like a real nigga. He sound like Yo Milk. Milk. Hey, how you feel about your sort of like my Brady?
Appreciate that.
You know, you're a good nigga.
I know that the free seat ain't easy. $5 a pop for the CD. We had CDRs. Wasn't professionally mastered hardly. We wrote the title in Sharpie. We was in the hallways of the school, slanging them to all our friends. Shit was mad cool. Stacking it up from 5 to 10 to 15 on to 20. That felt like plenty. But we had to at least 50x that so that we could get $600 in the stack. That way, guess what we could put up on the menu? It only cost $600 to rent this venue. Can y'all believe it? Nowadays, I'm sure it's much more. Yeah, we had 600, it felt plush, boy. So we had it in an envelope. We said, let's rent the Hawthorne Theater, man, that shit would be dope. We called them on the phone. We said, is it true? Is it 600 just to rent the whole venue? They said, yeah, go ahead and send your crew through. They didn't know that we kept it too true. On the day of the show, we sold up to rent it. We didn't change it for big bills. We wasn't that inventive. We showed up with an envelope full of 5s and 1s. We thought we was the livest, son. We handed that big stack to the man. He was pissed off, he didn't understand. Looking back, yeah, I guess it was silly. He said 605s and 1s? Really? You want me to sit here?
Hey, it is so fucking weird the way I'm relating to this. Two things. So when I first started rapping, I'd always rap. My brothers were rappers. I always rap, but I just like, I gotta wait for my moment to put it out, but I gotta make sure my pen is right. So I was about to move to Nigeria in 7th grade, right? And a nigga had recorded an album with my nigga Logan Borzakowski. Shout out to Mr. B, to the O, to the R, to the Z, to the E, to the K, to the O, to the F, to the S, to the K, to the I. I still remember how to spell bro's name. But I remember we had made like a single, and it started with, my name is Logan. I like Brooke Hogan. I'm finna hit her in the mouth with my slogan. I got a mouth full of gold and I'm told that it shines bright. Just booked a flight to New York tonight. Hey, bro. And we was killing in the middle school with that shit. But it's like, I don't know, like, some niggas was like, you was like an athlete. Like I did sports, but some niggas was athletes, right? And some niggas during PE, they showed their God-given talent. So I just felt like this was my God-given talent. This is what I could do. This is how I'll be fly. I'm gonna drop the album. And it's so hilarious, like even the 5s and 1s. I remember having so much bread from this album at the time. You couldn't have told me I didn't go platinum. I had touched like $1,000 off of a fucking album I recorded on Screws equipment in 7th grade. I mean, like a rack. Nigga, what do you think, boy? What? Da Vinci. But I bought Xboxes. I was a kid, you know. I still regret it. $1,000 is a lot of money, bro.
Sit here and count all of these. He looked at us like we were faulty, G. He was like, y'all are not my top pick. He was growling at us and acting like a dick. We were like, homie, we sell the CDs to earn this. Now we came here just to burn this and turn this into a real opportunity to rip clean. And honestly, we're 16. What the fuck do you want from us? I'ma keep it true all up on some honest stuff. But us giving him...
Kids are funny as fuck. A kid will remind you he a quick kid, quick as fuck. Nigga, I'm 16 years old. What do you want from me, bro?
What the fuck do you want from us? I'ma keep it true all up on some honest stuff. But us giving him the ones that Fozzie wasn't loving. So we looked in our direction and started judging. Like, y'all are bugging, I guess this is what you do. I guess you gotta take the first step, that's true. You rent the venue, you won't sell a lot of tickets, let's be honest. Nobody wants to come out here and kick it. You're gonna lose your money and get played out for some dummies, but I guess you gotta try it. Mad sarcastic. Little did he know we could stretch just like elastic. We was real up in our fabric, non-plastic. We blew it up at every single high school.
We was real in our fabric, not a lot. Bro, bro, this is like Slick Rick storytelling. This is like, I've always thought musicals and shit were corny, so it's hard for me to watch a musical, but bro, this is the greatest, like, I got to be, because he's rapping and speaking the story, but this is like the greatest musical ever.
Yeah, we were like, alright, whatever fool wanna do, you gon' see in just a few minutes that the way our fan base expands is infinite. Yeah, we had this place packed to the brim, full to capacity, ain't no average freeze. Yeah, we had the real mastery of handing out the flyers and CDs. Yeah. Everybody came through and paid $5 at the door. We had high school students going crazy galore. Man, me and Alon was on stage ripping it hard. We had people jumping over the bar, rolling full throttle, stealing them alcohol bottles, drinking them right from the nozzle. We was in the green room, can't even front, with 20 dudes up there passing around mad blunts. Clouds of smoke.
Oh, my first show! Bro! Mack, I love you, nigga. Let's go.
Smoke was pouring out. Yeah, that's what Portland was about. When we hit the stage, they threw their hands up and they started to shout. We was earning all that high school clout. The dude had no motherfucking idea, but we knew it would be hype. We could see it quite clear. I guess that's the difference between people who can visualize, who don't know how to exercise the skills of manifestation to that level. We had to go against the grain and prove we were some rebels. By the end of the night, he knew that he had stumbled. He judged us in the beginning, but now he's acting humble. Dog, you can't let people knock you down. You gotta believe in yourself and believe in your sound. It's profound. We was doing the impossible at Hawthorne Theater, hopping over every obstacle. What?
But that nigga Harry Mack, Canada, Darky out, Canada. Bro, Harry Mack is like, God, that nigga's a real nigga. It'd be like
really
inspiring.
at
He
Fernwood.
needs to
When I was
make
here, it
a
was just
series
Fernwood.
where he just does.
Because now it's K through 8, I think. But for me, it was middle school. It was just 6, 7, 8. This is where we would go in. I gotta just peer through the window, dude.
Creepy ass nigga, but I feel you. Hey, anybody watching this video, don't be peering through no middle school windows. I feel you.
And then there's stairs over there, I think. Weird. Yeah. Spitting fire, man, these microphones I burn good. Taking y'all back to my middle school. Fernwood. Hey, yo, we back here maxing, reminiscing on when I first started rapping. What? Before I ever visualized I could get paid. I'm talking ciphers out here in 6th grade. Can you imagine me spitting it cold, doing my first freestyles at 11 years old? Dreams of being a real showstopper. That one bully even pushed me into my locker. Damn, that shit fucked up my day, but I was too scared. I had nothing to say. Damn. Yo, while we on it.
Man, it's good to hear. Because, like, bro, I appreciate real so much. It's why the reason I talk the way I talk, walk the way I walk. I just appreciate real a lot. And, like, this is some of the realest shit you've ever heard. And it's like, it's such a beautiful, triumphant story of the power of hip hop. I grew up in Nebraska. I grew up when, like, Nelly, like, early 2000s, right? Nelly and these kind of things. So Hot Nerd, these kind of joints was reigning. In Nebraska, the non-African Americans did not enjoy rap. And they were the majority, as they are in America, you know. And so my buddies, which I ain't got no problem with it or nothing. It's not like this is like a traumatic story for me or nothing. Like, they used to be like, rap is crap and shit like that. I just loved it. It was my thing. I just wouldn't not love my thing because of how people felt about it. But the beautiful story of hip hop was in the moment where my life was probably at its lowest. 80 years in prison was just right there in my face. This YouTube channel turned into my full-time career because I could just talk about hip hop, and I could talk about hip hop with the best of them. But that is the magic of hip hop. And a guy who wanted to rap for years, his music started streaming better, and now I have a platform where I can put out remixes and songs, and I can just rap, and I can make a little dollar off it, and all these things. That is the beauty of hip-hop. So because Harry Mack never had to face 80 years in prison, I don't discredit you for it. I actually sort of think I'm a dumbass for having to do that before I got it. But hey, different strokes for different folks. It's what it took, and that's what it took. I'm not going to deny it. That I'll never discredit you for it. As long as you keep it real like this. As long as this nigga takes you to his middle school when he started rapping, he tells you about the bully, he pushed him in the locker, and he gives you a vibe of what Portland is like. And bro, I want to go to Portland, and I'm a Blazers fan already. I think we're booking the flight. No! We might just go to Portland, nigga!
While we on it, fuck the bullies. Fuck anybody out there trying to control me. Little did they know I've become hairy and woolly and the one that gets props on stage for setting the soul free. Yeah, coming through with true fresh freeze. Now it's a CVS, used to be a QFC. That's a quality food center. I paint it and I draw it like a doodle. I'd go there to cop my cup of noodles.
I ain't gonna lie, and then when you leave your hometown and you come back, like, I don't know, like, I drive through my city, or like when I'm in the city, or I'm driving with somebody with a little bitch, I'm looking at, like, boy, I used to be on this, right here at this corner. We used to have a house back on this block. We would be having running niggas out this house all day. They jugging and finessing. We used to fight niggas. Boy, this shit used to be a Popeyes. That motherfucker Whole Foods. Nigga, what they put a Chipotle on the north side? All kinds of. And then you just realize how much you've grown as a person. You realize how much you've developed as a person. You realize how, like, as much as you love this setting, you'd be an ugly duckling here. It wouldn't work no more. It wouldn't make any sense. I couldn't be still recording these videos in those basements, in the basement, because, nigga, I got a place with a roof now. What the fuck is you talking about?
For $1, other $2 in my pocket. I got $3 every day, so now I'm stacking profit. Yeah, peace to all the fans supporting. Me and Brady was out here selling all our recordings. Our little CDRs with the trophy for the title. When I was still doing violin recitals. Yo, that music, it was pumping through my veins. I'm out here reminiscing, feel it in my brain.
Wish I would have had the balls to do shit like violin. I always wanted to, but I'm like, man, I'm a great nigga, boy. What I'm gonna look like out here playing the violin? But boy, I always wanted to. I wanted to play the guitar. I don't know why I didn't. I'm playing the guitar, Milk.
In my brain, that nostalgia. Let me paint the picture from the mind of a simpler time when every day was divine. Yeah, y'all know the bullies, they was talking shit. One of them even stole my science project rocket ship. But it didn't matter, what could I do? I had to keep it too true, rolling through with my crew. Yeah, we wasn't on no sing-song shit. We was running around, rapping, doing ding-dong ditch. Sneaking out of Daniel's crib.
Yo, nowadays you can get a camera. Like, bro, come on, you can get a camera off Amazon for $32, $16. You just want the one. I don't think kids nowadays are ding-dong door ditching. And I'm not supporting or advocating for ding-dong door ditching, but y'all niggas never had to get active. Like, matter of fact, Milk! Be real with me right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone ding-dong door ditching?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Why you lying?
In the rapping.
In the rapping?
The TP rapping. What's it called?
TP? You TP'd a nigga's house?
Had to.
No, ding dong door ditching is where you ring the doorbell and run away.
I was just saying we were on all that night.
God damn, who would have knew they was thugging in Katy, Texas? Damn, I ain't know. Okay. Hey, drop a 1 in the comments where y'all think that was that. I thought we was thugging. See, sometimes when you're thugging, you think you're the only one thugging. You don't know them little white boys in Katy, Texas thugging harder than you. What are you talking about? Drop a 1 in the comments if you've ever got ding dong door ditching. Drop a 2 if you haven't. We ain't judging, but I just want to know.
Hey, little 12-year-olds just living life. Hey, yo, I grip the mic so I can bust this while I reminisce on my 7th grade crushes. Without her, it's like my world ends, but I wouldn't talk to her once she was my girlfriend. Hey, yo, I couldn't seem to bring it together. Raw rhymes, I'ma fling them forever. Brief intermission and interruption. I rip the song in top form. The fans in Portland, they be honking they horns. Shit is crazy, shit is wild. I'm nice with the style. I'm that kid giving the middle school profile. They go wild soon as they hear it, you better know that.
Middle school love, and now you get love in your city. Bro, this is like the perfect video for me today. I needed this one. And to test out the volume, I needed a longer one, see if it stays up, and it does. Headphone gang, we in the building. Headphone gang in the comments.
That's so stacked with the lyricism, keep the flow fat. You know they fucking with us. That's why the Portland fans stay pulling up in they trucks. Yeah, off the top, the #1 runner for all the real heads in the Toyota Tundra. We gon' keep it on, peep the song, it's going down. Every time I spit, that good energy surrounds. Profound with the bars, never keep it subtle. I remember running around us, getting in trouble, growing like my stubble. I'm here to make it happen, known for real rapping, the main rhyme attraction. Selling CDs here with State of Mind, the very beginning of me spitting creative rhymes. I make it shine, reminiscing back on the beginning. Still rocking rhymes and the team still winning.
Still winning, nigga. Shout out to my nigga Brady. Shout out to my nigga Jamal. We go 4 quarters.
Fire. You were there when I freestyled at the school? Oh, hell yeah. Hey, that's so dope. Awesome. Nice to see you guys. Have a good one. That's wild. That's so Boom. Really hope y'all enjoyed the video.
She was in 3rd grade when that Mac was Macintoshing. This was a certified vibe check. Now here comes another reaction by me right here. Bing, music video by me right here. Bing, click on it, show me some love, and you watch the video. So I'm going to hit that thumbs up button in your house. Stop being a hoe. KBD family, love y'all. Salute. I am gone.